Hi, welcome back. It's that time of year again. So we're on Unit 3 revision, and it's going to just be a few quick ones just to sort of recap some stuff that we've covered before. So there are videos that cover this sort of thing in more detail, so we're going to keep these sort of short and sharp, if you will. So centroids are proving a bit of an issue for a couple of you, so we're going to have a quick look at how you work through on a centroid question. Because 5 marks is a good set of marks to collect for basically a sort of number crunching exercise. So when I see a question like this, and I'm looking for some keywords, I'm looking for this, centroid. And it just reminds us that what we're looking at is x bar and y bar multiplied by the area is equal to the sum of the x bars and the y bars multiplied by those areas, and this is usually a number of shapes. So here we've got 2 shapes, so you're going to have this shape plus this shape. Okay, so it says relative to the point A. That's really important that you pay attention to that. Where is your origin? Where is your start point? And it's that corner there that we're going to measure from. And we're going to be measuring in the x direction, so let's label that up. And we're going to be measuring in the y direction, it's going to be that way. Okay. The first step is to separate out the 2 different shapes that you've got here. So we're going to divide this along this line here, and that's going to give us this triangle, well, that's 55 and that's 80. So this is going to make this 25, and we're working in millimeters. Okay, and now we need to calculate the total area and the 2 separate areas. So if we do 25, so we've got 25 here multiplied by 50, that's going to give us 1250 divided by 2, half base times height for a triangle, remember, half base times height, so that's going to be 625 millimeters squared. So I'll put that in there so I can remember that the block belongs to that. 55 by 50, I'm not a genius, I have worked these out before. 2,750 millimeters, again put squared in so I know I'm talking about an area. And then I'm going to add those together, which is going to give us a total which would be 3375 millimeters squared. I'm just going to label that so I remember what it is. And that's okay, it's good in the exam to do that, keep track of what's going on. So that's step 1, sort out your areas. Let's go back to this now. So we've got, effectively, x bar, y bar, area. That's this total area here, 3375. That would be equal to the sum of the areas. So I usually draw a little triangle and then I work out this one. So this is going to be, and this is where you start working out your x and your y. So let's look at this first one. The centre point of this triangle, its centroid, is a third up and a third in on the right angle triangle. So it's a third that way and a third that way. Well, this means that from this point, this is 2/3. And it's really important that you notice this and pay attention to this when working with triangles in these exams. The 2/3 is there and the 1/3 is that side. So we're looking at 25 all the way across, and we're looking for 2/3 of 25 for the x bar. Check that on a calculator if you want. I do encourage you to do so. Definitely feel free to cover my math. So you'd have 25 multiplied by 2/3, 2 over 3. And hopefully it's going to give me 16.6. It does. So going in this direction, in the x direction, this would be 16.6 multiplied by the area, 625, plus, and again we're going to focus on the x to start off with. We're going, now this is important. We're starting at this point here and we're going to this middle point here. We already know that's 25, and this is 55. And a mistake that students often make is they do this. They go, it's 55. They go 55 divided by 2, and they call this 27.5. It's not. It's 25 plus the 27.5 plus 27.5. So let's add our 25 in. Just accidentally pressed that twice. Again, pay attention in the exams, be careful of your use of the calculator, watch yourself carefully so you know when you've made a mistake. 52.5, and that would be 52.5 times 2750. Now the y line, I'm going to do that on this side here, y is going upward. Well, this time it's just a third, not 2/3, 1/3. It's 1/3 of, well, this distance is 50. Watch out for this as well. So this is 50 times 1/3. 1/3. And it comes out 16.6, and that caught out a few students because they went, well, that's 16.6, they can't be the same. Yes, they can. Sometimes you've got to trust your maths. Yeah? You're not sure, feel free to double check, but trust your maths. So this would be 16.6 again. Again, it's going to be 6 times 625 plus, this time we're going in this direction. Now we're not adding on. This has caused some confusion. We had to add on in the x direction because we were going in this direction away from the origin. But the origin line's here and we're just going vertically upward. So this y is from this line and this y is from this line as well. So half of 50, 25. Again, it's going to be times the 2750. So let's crunch some numbers then. We're going to do a top line. That's what I suggest that you read it as the top line and a bottom line. And that's going to give you x bar, and that's going to give you your y bar. So we've got 16.6. 16.6 times 625 plus 52.5 times 2750. So I've got that in my calculator. I'll just press equals. Now I like to do things in stages. So I'm going to write that number down at this stage. That's 15,4,750. Now just remembering it's a bit of algebra. If I've got 3375 on this side and I just want the x bar, then if I divide all of this, the top line I'm talking about, by 3375, that should give me x bar, which is going to be equal to, let's do it, divide by 3375. 45.85. 45.85. And if I look here, remember this is 25 and this was 52.5, that's these points here. There's the 16, so it's somewhere along that line, it's in the middle at 52, 42, it's going to be around here somewhere, which makes sense. You know, if it was a rectangle it would be on this line, there's more material this side, so it's going to be this side of that line, so it's saying it's in here somewhere. And I'm happy with that. That comfortably suits me. And the same looking this way, looking upwards, it's going to be between these 2 points vertically, so it should be around here somewhere, which is about where the 42 is, and the height should be no greater than that, but must be greater than that one. So let's have a look at the y line. So again, it's been 16.6 times 625, so I've got the same here. Hang on. The same this side, but this is slightly different. So let's work that out. 16.6 times 625 plus 25 this time times 2750. Have a look. let's have a look at that number. 79573. So 79573.2 divided by 3375 again. So do that, divide by 3375 equals 23.6. 23 point, I've gone to 2 decimal places, let's go to this side, 58, just to keep it. So 23, well, it's less than 25, that makes sense, but it's greater than 16.6. So again, in here at 23, that is about there somewhere. So we've just about got it bang on. So I can visually sort of check the answer, and this is what they're looking for. And it's worth 5 marks. Well, you think about it, you've done an awful lot there. So you've got all of this, top line and bottom line, that's got to be worth a mark. All of that, and you've got your 2 answers. I hope that's helped. And just to sort of give you something to play with, a little test, I've just been sketching some notes. So what I want to do is give you another little problem for you to look at. So I'm going to use the same triangle here. So if that's 50, then the radius of this circle would be 25. And this distance, we'll keep that at 25. This is your origin point I want you to start with. Okay, so I want you to know where the centroid is of this odd shape, remembering that the position here in this x direction, this added bit here that goes in here, is 4 times the radius divided by 3 pi. Now think about your y direction that way would just simply be your distance from this line, which would be 25 going upwards. But your x would be the 25 plus this little bit here. But I'm going to leave you with that little problem to work out for yourself. And when we get to the next video near the end, I'll show you the solution to this one. But this is one for you to do on your own. See how you get on. I hope that's helped. I hope you found it useful. And we stayed under our 15 minutes, which is really good. And if you've got any questions, post them in the comment section at the bottom there. Don't forget to subscribe.